Good morning and welcome you all to this session of solving problem on steam nozzle. Problem 2. Dry saturated steam at a pressure of 15 bar enters in a nozzle and is discharged at a pressure of 1.5 bar. Find the velocity of steam when the initial velocity of the steam is negligible. See, this is a convergent nozzle. 1 is the inlet and 2 is the outlet. Steam enters through 1 and leaves at 2. Next we have to write the given data. The dry saturated steam. So initially the steam is dry saturated and which is at a pressure of 15 bar. So initial pressure P1 equal to 15 bar. Discharged to a pressure of 1.5 bar. So final pressure P2 equal to 1.5 bar. You have to find out the final velocity of steam. So velocity of steam leaving the nozzle C2 when the initial velocity of the steam is negligible. So C1 is the initial velocity of steam which is negligible. Therefore C1 equal to 0. Before going to solve this problem, we have to know the formula for finding the velocity of steam leaving the nozzle. C2 equal to square root of 2 into H1 minus H2 plus C1 square. H1 is the enthalpy of steam at the inlet in joules per kilogram. H2 is the enthalpy of steam leaving the nozzle in joules per kilogram. C1 is the initial velocity of steam at the entry of nozzle. This equation can be obtained from the steady flow energy equation H1 plus C1 square by 2 plus GZ1 plus dQ by dm equal to H2 plus C2 square by 2 plus GZ2 plus dWx by dm. Here H1 and H2 are the enthalpy values at the inlet and exit of the convergent nozzle, and C1 and C2 are the velocity of steam at the inlet and exit of the nozzle respectively, and GZ1 and GZ2 are the potential energy of steam at the entry of the nozzle and the exit of the nozzle respectively. Then dQ by dm is the heat transfer and dWx by dm is the work transfer. So we know nozzle does not produce or absorb any work. Therefore dWx by dm is neglected. Then assume the nozzle is a well insulated device. Therefore no heat transfer across the system boundary. Therefore dQ by dm is also equal to 0. Now we know the steam entering and exit are at the same level. Therefore the change in potential energy GZ1, GZ2 values are also equal to 0. So after neglecting all these terms, the equation is reduced to H1 plus C1 square by 2 equal to H2 plus C2 square by 2. From this equation, we have obtained this velocity equation. Now, this equation can be rewritten as C2 equal to square root of 2000 into H1 minus H2 plus C1 square. Here we have to multiply the H1 minus H2 value by 1000. So we know from the steam table and molar diagram we get the value of specific enthalpies H1 and H2 in kilojoule per kilogram. So for converting kilojoule per kilogram to joules per kilogram, we have to multiply that value with 1000. In our problem, the value of initial velocity c1 is neglected. Therefore, this equation can be reduced to c2 equal to square root of 2000 into h1 minus h2, where h1 is the enthalpy of steam at the inlet of the nozzle in kilojoule per kilogram and h2 is the enthalpy of steam at the exit of the nozzle in kilojoule per kilogram. Now we can solve this problem by using Molière chart. See, this is the Molière diagram. For finding the values of H1 and H2, we are using this Molière diagram. The y-axis of the Molière diagram represents specific enthalpy in kilojoule per kilogram and the x-axis of the Molière diagram represents specific entropy in kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. So we know this dark curve in the Molière diagram represents the saturation line and the region above this line is known as superheated region and the region below this curve is known as wet region. The curves perpendicular to the saturation line are known as constant pressure curves. The curves parallel to saturation line is known as constant dryness fraction curves. So in our problem, at state 1, the steam is dry saturated and at a pressure of 15 bar. So from the Molière diagram, you have to identify 15 bar pressure line. So this is the 15 bar pressure line and this is the saturation curve. So here we have to locate the point 1. Now from point 1, I have to draw a line towards y-axis and measure the value of specific enthalpy at 1. So H1 is equal to 2785 kilojoule per kilogram. Then at state 2, the pressure P2 equal to 1.5 bar. So we know the process takes place in nozzle is isentropic process. So if the process is isentropic, then the entropy is constant. Therefore, S1 equal to S2. So we have to draw a line from point 1 vertically downwards, that is a constant entropy line. Then we have the pressure of 1.5 bar. See here, this is the 1.5 bar pressure line. So both pressure line and the vertical line are intersecting at this point. So mark this point as 2. Now from point 2 also we have to draw a line towards y-axis and from y-axis measure the specific enthalpy of steam leaving the nozzle H2. So H2 equal to 2385 kilojoule per kilogram. We know the formula for finding the velocity of steam leaving the nozzle C2 equal to square root of 2000 into H1 minus H2. The H1 and H2 values are obtained from the Molière diagram. That values are H1 equal to 2785 kilojoule per kilogram and H2 equal to 2385 kilojoule per kilogram. Now substituting these values in the velocity equation, we get the velocity C2 equal to 894.42 meters per second. So our answer is velocity of steam leaving the nozzle C2 equal to 894.42 meters per second. Thank you.